Hello, good evening, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Heather. I'm a songbird stamper, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Fareham in the UK. And thank you for joining us. Whether you're live or catch up or however you found me, thank you so much. I'm going to be doing a spot of crafting with you. It's live tonight, Thursday night. I nearly forgot. Trying to do these at 8 o'clock every Thursday night. It came to 6 o'clock. I thought, I'm sure there's something I'm supposed to be doing today. And that's what it was. So I have pulled out a set, which I think you're going to like. Hey, Anne-Marie, how are you doing? It's been a busy day today, crafting-wise. I've done lots and lots of different bits and bobs. Got ready for lots of different projects, everything needed doing. Hello, Lisa, how are you? Long time no see. I saw Lisa last night on a call. Yeah, it just totally slipped my mind. So luckily I had a couple of hours. I've come up with something I think you're going to like. And using a stamp set that I've not really used before. This one. Oh, can you see? I don't know if you can see very well. There you go. HoneyBee Home. So I'm going to have a play with this one. Meets Texture Chic. So we're going to be using some of the Texture Chic DSP. This is for my dear friend Katie, who requested this a while back. I do take requests if anybody wants to do anything. As long as it's something that I like and I've got, then I'll give it a go. But sadly, she can't make it tonight. So it's a bit ironic, isn't it, really? But she can catch up. Yeah, I don't know that there's a great deal else to tell you before we get crafting, really. Oh, you like this one? I haven't played with it, Lisa. I think this is the first time that maybe second, that I've had this out. So I'm glad to, because I do like to use my stamp sets. July's classes are all up on the website and on Facebook. I've got a lot going on in July. And there's a stamp camp as well. Registrations are open for the stamp camp. If you purchase the Hues of Happiness suite off me between now and July, then you get access to a whole load of free tutorials, make and takes, everything like that. And the blends course registration is open now as well. So that's filling up quite nicely, actually. I've got about 9 spots left. So yeah, it's going. So if people are interested in the blends course, give me a shout, get on the list and sign up. Right, I'll spin you round and we'll get crafting, shall we? If I can find the Ujima flip. Where is it? There it is. I don't normally do this FaceTime with you, but I thought I would say hello properly today. Right. Where am I? I'm going to need that because that's my instructions for something that I want to do in a bit. Okie dokie, so Texture Chic papers, if you haven't seen them, are gorgeous, gorgeous. You've got Mint Macaron, Petal Pink, Evening Evergreen, and this, I don't know where that random sequence come from, and this gorgeous, gorgeous gold. Like, it doesn't come with the DSP, this is separate, but it's just stunning. So if you haven't seen this, you haven't got this in your hands, you need it. So we're going to have a play with these. Now, I got these frames a while ago. You get 2 in a pack, and I thought we could do something with these. It's exam starting date, isn't it? And one of my nieces is doing her GCSEs this year. So I thought I'd make a little piece of home decor, for want of a better word, that she can then pop in her room and just to wish her well, just to tell her she's amazing. So let's get going, shall we? So the first thing I've done is take the frame apart, and I've got this bit, and I've got another bit. I don't know where it's gone. So let's just open this. Oh, here it is. And this bit, the backing. And that's the bit that we need to know kind of what the size of it is, because we need to measure. It says 6x4, but it isn't 6x4 because I've made it 6x4 and it doesn't fit. So we're just going to measure. It's marginally under. It's about 1/16 of an inch under on the length. And all I've done is cut a piece of thick Whisper White. So I'm just going to trim that down to size. And then before we kind of start making on it, we'll make sure it all fits. And we just want to make sure that goes in there nicely. I might just trim off a tiny little touch on that 4-inch side. Little slither. You don't want it rattling around in there, but you do want it to fit nicely. That's fine. Okay, so I've got a little bit of a rattle, but that's not too bad at all. I've taken the glass out. I probably should tell you that bit. So I've taken the glass out because it's not a box frame, but I do want to be able to put layers on. So I didn't want the glass in there, so I've just taken the glass out of it, and then we can make, and then we can pop it in here at the end. Just something a bit different, isn't it, than just doing cards. The frames, I would say, less likely to get thrown away, certainly by a teenager. Bless them. Right, so we've got this gorgeous DSP that I've chosen, that I've just got to find. This one here, it's Petal Pink with the gold dots. And I thought I'd use this one as my background. So again, I'm just going just under 4 by under 6. My laptop's making a real racket. Trying to tell me it's overheating. Don't know. It's on a hard surface, so it should be okay. And just make sure that fits your piece of white there. And I'm going to go ahead and stick that straight down, I think. I'm not wrapping anything around this. Normally I make everything up and then kind of bring it all together at the end and stick it onto the card base. But going against the grain this time. Just line that up. And pop that down on there. Hey Shirley, how are you doing this evening? All good with you? I do hope so. I've had a really chilled out week. Ross has been away this week and I've taken the opportunity to do not an awful lot. I mean, I have been busy. Certainly today I've been busy, but yeah, I've also had some just chill out time in the garden with an ice cream and laying on the sofa relaxing. Just really, I haven't been out at all, apart from to teach my class and to nip to the shop. I went for a swim once, that was about it. Just making the most of being at home, which is unusual for me. I'm normally one that likes to be out of the house an awful lot. Yeah, I'm really well, thank you. Yeah, I'm really well. He's home tomorrow, so I am looking forward to him coming home, even though I have enjoyed my me time. So this die is from the Stylish Shapes dies. Love these. You get squares, circles, and banners, which we're going to use as well. And I've just cut my little piece of this gold. Stunning, isn't it? Gorgeous, gorgeous. I've cut that to size. And I'm just going to run that through my cut and emboss mini. You get so much through these minis. My new downline recently asked me, would a mini suit? And I was like, yeah, I really think it would, because you get, I would say 90% of the dies go through a mini. And it's just so portable, isn't it? How pretty is that? So that's our kind of focal point. That's what we're going to create it on. And I wanted a bit of contrast underneath. So I've pulled in some of this design series paper. Now, I don't really know how long I want this. So I might just cut a strip. 2.5 centimetres. quite dark, but it's perfect, I think, for like an accent. And I thought this could just live underneath here. So kind of going to chop one end. Yeah, like this. And because it's in the frame, don't forget you don't want anything hanging over the edges. Sometimes you can get away with it when you're card making, but you don't want anything hanging over the edges here. And then I'm just going to chop this. I'm going to chop it quite long, and we can always cut it down if we don't want it. I've just tried to mirror the two edges, but there's nothing like too specific about this. Okay. Now, should we do some stamping? That's not for stamping on. Where is it? This one will do. So I've already done one earlier and a bee because I was practicing. And I'm using basic grey because it's quite a soft and subtle card. I didn't want to go with the harsh black. So I've gone for grey. That's that will be. So there's loads of bees in this set. There's 3 different bees. One's kind of looking down above him. And then these two are quite nice, opposites of each other. And then this is the flower that I'm going to use today. You've got these little flowers as well, and this one. I'm just going to use this flower, maybe 1 or 2 of the bees, and then some of the dies as well. So I'm keeping it fairly simple. And my basic grey probably needs re-inking, if I'm totally honest with myself. But I'm going to try and get away with it. Because I don't want a dark look to this. And I want one of these bees. There we go. So 2 of those and 2 bees. Hello, Kim. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Your picture of the sunrise was gorgeous the other day. I think you were seeing it for the wrong reasons, but absolutely beautiful. I was fast asleep tucked up in my bed, I can tell you. I totally forgot it was the summer solstice, otherwise I might have got up, to be honest. And then I meant to go and see the sunrise, the sunset, and I forgot. So it all bypassed me. I forgot everything that day. So this is Petal Pink. And I'm just kind of loosely colouring in. There's not really an awful lot of thought going into this. This is the dark. And then just going to go in with some light. But it's such a light, loose style of stamp set. I've been colouring in with the gnomes today. Oh, I love it. Loving colouring those gnomes. And that, if you haven't seen it, there's a gorgeous mushroom in that stamp set, big mushroom. And yeah, I've had a good old time colouring that in. But it's a really different style. This is really kind of loose and choppy colouring. Yeah, they were absolutely stunning colours. I saw a few photos as well around the bazaars. We've been very lucky with the weather this week. In fact, we've been so lucky I almost needed a day of no sunshine today to get some work done. Tried to do some work on the computer in the garden yesterday, but the internet wouldn't allow. It kept throwing me out. I was like, well, I take that as a sign that I'm supposed to be resting. I'm just going to do this other one now as well while I'm here. And I wouldn't normally advocate, when I'm colouring with my blends, I wouldn't normally advocate doing the whole lot in one go. I would normally work on a couple at a time, but it is such a loose style. Doesn't matter if we get a few harder lines in there. There's no rules when you colour, you know. That's one of the things I like about crafting, which surprised me really, because I love rules. I love a good rule, but it's nice that there really aren't any. It's just you doing your thing, having a good time. Okay, and then I've got mint macaron. I found my mint macaron blend, which pleased me. All my blends were really stored haphazardly. I store them in Western boxes. Anybody not in the UK, we have this company that makes these boxes, and I store them in here, and they all fit. And they were just randomly in all sorts of different boxes, but they're now sorted by colour family, which is good. So I've got 5 boxes, 4 colour families and the in colours, and I feel all organised. Hello Claire. Oh, you're at work. You're at work today. Yep, that'll be me next week. I will be live, but I'll be working days next week. Luckily enough, I was working this weekend, just gone, and it was crazy busy. Absolutely crazy. But that gives me a week off then, which I'm more than pleased about. I'll take a week off in the sunshine like we've had. Okay, so I'm just going back over. I've done the dark bits with the dark mint macaron, and I've just gone in with the light there. I don't know if you can see that really well. They're really quite pale colours, but let's give you a little bit of definition. Yeah, it's not. We're not going for like artistic value or anything with this really. I was surprised actually when I saw this stamp set and had a go at colouring it, how well it actually colours. I thought it was just one of those stamp sets that I would end up having to stamp, but when I put my blends on it, and it was Katie I saw doing it first, she coloured them in. I thought, oh, that looks really pretty actually. It's really delicate, isn't it, Shirley? Oh, you need to get more blends, definitely. You need a whole set of blends. Did you not know this, Shirley? Yeah, don't leave any of those colours out. Honestly, I love them. I love them. I love them. I love them. I just think, I was thinking recently, I think I'm forgetting how to actually just stamp. Nearly everything I do is stamped and coloured. So I'm trying to challenge myself to do more just stamping, but I just can't help myself. I love it. Beautifully and delicate, absolutely. So I've got this little bee here, and I've got So Saffron and Basic Grey, but I seem to have lost the dark Basic Grey. Hang on, 2 secs. I think I've thrown them in a different pile. Yeah, there we go. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of the dark So Saffron. You will absolutely get there, Shirley. You can always join my blends course and get the product-based version, and that'll get you loads of blends. A nice big old wad of them. I've just zoomed you in so you can see what I'm doing, because they're really, really small, these. And I'm just blending out that yellow. I'm going to do his legs in light smoky slate. Really, really finely. It's barely touching pen to paper. And then with his wings, just do a couple of flicks. That's all we're going to need. And then we're going to do the blender pen. It's not the blender pen, it's the colour lifter. I don't know why I chose to do these lives at night. I can't talk at night. It's bad. I'm much better in the morning. Oh, you might do it. It'd be fab to have you along if you wanted to come join us, Shirley. Got any questions, just give me a shout. And then I'm just going back over that body. I just wanted a bit more definition in the body there. And again, just with the light smoky slate, just a couple of touches. It's really delicate, this really, really fine kind of colouring. And then I'm going in with that colour lifter just to blend that out to the white. And there he is, one of our bees. We'll do the other one just in case we want it. I'm not sure yet whether I'm going to use him or not. But we'll get him coloured in and then we know where we are, won't we? So again, just a couple of touches of the dark So Saffron. And then blending that out with the white. This body is actually already quite dark, so I might not go back over that. His wings need a couple, because they're kind of translucent, the wings, aren't they? Same with dragonflies, but dragonflies are a gorgeous colour. I'm just trying to get that effect of translucent. So the blender pens, which are the kind of glycerin water-based solution, work really, really well with the ink pads. So you can pick up ink with the ink pad and then colour with that. Works best on shimmery white or watercolour cardstock. Or the blender pens work really well with the watercolour pencils. But no, the blender pens won't work with these ones. I think it will work with the markers. I've never tried it, if I'm completely honest. But the theory, it should, because the markers are water-based. And I've just gone in with his legs. I've just gone in with the dark one there because I was thinking of something else. But that's okay. That's worked really nicely. And then we'll pop a little bit of light smoky slate there. So yeah, they're therefore working with water-based things. These being alcohol-based. Where you need something with alcohol in it, and that's the colour lifter. You're very welcome. My pleasure. Right, so these have got dies with them. It's actually a really nice set of dies that comes with this set. I will show you what you get, and then I will die cut those two out, I think. Where are they? Let's zoom you back out again so you can see. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Saturday too, Claire. I've got my customer thank you party on Saturday. Anybody who joined a product-based class or ordered from me or joined my team got a little free party. We're having a Zoom party, so I'm making takes. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be fun. Raffle prizes, all sorts. I don't know how I'm going to fit it into the time limit, but there we go. There we go. So we've got this cool grass. These ones all cut out the stamps. So you've got one that cuts out this one, all the bees, the flowers. You've got this one here, cuts out that one there. And then you've got these two, which are really nice. Love those. And I'm going to use those in a sec for you. But first of all, I'll just cut these ones out, I think. So if you bear with me 2 secs, just while I pop down underneath the desk to my cut and emboss machine. I'll be back in a sec. Right, so here's one. They cut out really nicely. I mean, not that I would expect any different, but... And then I just need the other bee. Where is he? This one, I think. And we've got that one there. And that one there. Okay, let's try and put those somewhere safe. I need to get one of those magnetic dishes for my birthday. Okay, so let's put those somewhere safe as well. Let's put those up there. Now with these, I've done this quite a lot recently, and it's a technique I really, really like, and I want to share it with you. So we need a piece of basic white cardstock. And I must have a scrap. I'm running out of scraps. No, there we are, that's good. I say I'm running out of scrap. I've got loads, but they're all tiny or thick. So I'm just going to use this edge here. Sometimes, like if I was to use mint macaron cardstock, it's harsh. It can be quite harsh colour. Like any colour can be quite. It's a solid colour, not harsh, is what I'm thinking. It's a solid colour, and it can be quite dark. Whereas sometimes what we want is a really, really subtle effect, especially when we're working with such light colours and delicate line work. So this is a technique I use when I want something, a colour, but just lighter and more delicate. And I'm just going to use the ink pad and the blending brush, and I'm going to pick up the ink. And again, this one needs re-inking. I think I've got to go through and do all of my ink pads, really. They'll all come into the... And most of them have never been re-inked. That's how long they last. Or how little I use those colours. I am a pinks and purples colour. You can barely see this, but there is colour coming on, I can assure you. I don't want it dark, dark, dark. I want it just a really subtle. Otherwise, I could have just gone for the cardstock. And it doesn't look like you can see it on the camera, but there is colour there, I can promise you. Although actually that goes up quite up to white, so I'm just going to put a bit more. I don't want it white on the top. Okay, that will do. And then I'm going to die cut out of that cardstock. I know, it's like how long can we make this last, isn't it? How long can I eke this out for? Sometimes also I really want the kind of uninked look, and sometimes I want an inked look, and I have seriously contemplated getting 2 ink pads for each colour. So I can have, for 2 reasons. One, so that I can have one kind of uninked and one re-inked. And also so that I can have really nice looking ones for my photographs. Because mine look awful because I use them all the time and they get so dirty. And then I try and use them in my propping for my photos, and I'm like, I can't show people this. It looks disgusting. It's all inky and sticky with glue and faded from the sun, and so I am seriously contemplating, if I have a win on the lottery that I don't play, I might get another set. Right, so I've got 2 of those. I've got 2 of these. I've got 2 honeybees. Come on. Where's my take your pick tool? Lift my honeybees. Okay, 2 of those. And I've got a sentiment that I'm going to use. You can use whatever sentiment you want, obviously. This is totally not related to the set. The one I wanted to use from the set was Best of Luck, but it didn't fit with how I wanted it to look. So I'm going to use You Are Capable of Great Things from Through It Together. Love this stamp set. Through It Together. You are capable of great things. You've got loads and loads of sentiments, and they're all quite kind of small. One line. There's a couple 2 lines, but Yeah, really, really nice sentiments. And I'm going to stamp that in basic grey again. I'm going to die cut it out using the Stylish Shapes banner die. This longer one just fits really nicely. So let's chop that off and die cut that. Such a nice font as well, isn't it? Okay, so I'm kind of just getting all the elements together at the moment. Because it's got a gold frame, we've got gold papers and gold bits. I've pulled out some of this ribbon. This is from the Christmas, well, I shouldn't call it that, the July to December mini catalogue. And I'm just going to put, I don't know exactly how long I want it yet, but I'm just pulling out a length that will kind of double back on itself 3 times. And I think this is still current. I'm going with it anyway, but it's the Simply Elegant gold and silver trim. I know that Sweet has retired, but I'm hoping they kept this kind of gold and silver twine in. If they didn't, they should have had. So, but we've probably all got old things in our stash which we use. I'm just going to trim those ends. No, it's a bit unruly. Hello, Sue. How are you doing? Nice to see you. In from the sun. It can be a bit unruly, this gold twine, so you just need to get it in check. Take charge of it. Now I'm not going to put too much of this up on dimensions because it's going in the frame. I want it kind of flat. I thought it was still current, so it's hard to remember sometimes, but I want it kind of flat, but I just want, there's no glass in, so that you can just build up the layers a little bit. Oh, the new mini catalogue. It's open for demonstrators at the moment and live for customers on the, I'll tell you, 1st of July. Am I allowed to show? I don't know if I'm allowed to show you that. I know I can show you the front before I get told off. That's the front. And it says 1st of July to 4th of January. It's gorgeous. I wish I could show you what was inside it, but I'm not allowed. Secrets. But yes, no, my pleasure, Shirley. My pleasure. And it's open for demonstrators at the moment. So I've pre-ordered. If you haven't seen my YouTube live with lots of new stuff, then you can check back on the videos here. Right, so I think we're ready to start kind of putting this all together. And that's kind of how I want it to look underneath. So I'm going to get my glue out and I think we'll just go for it, I think. So I want it to be straight. I'm not sure that is straight. This glue is end of life, sadly. I have got another one though. I think that's vaguely straight. Okay, and then we'll go on with the circle. What next? I think we'll go with the ribbon next. I don't know how to do this because I'm not going to be covering it up all that much. So I think I'm just going to put a single, if it will stick, come on, single strip of snail. and see if this will work. I don't really want it as neat. I'm being really neat and organized, and I don't really want it that neat. Maybe like that. Might be a bit long. I have cut it longer than I need it. Don't know. Not sure yet, but let's just leave that. Let's kind of have a bit of a play, shall we? See where we're going to get these things. It's just a case of assembling it all now. We've got all of our bits ready, and we're going to chop a few bits off, and might go there. Have this coming out like that. This one on the top, and then our HoneyBee up there. So yeah, I think this is too long. Right, let's go for it. Let's be bold. Sometimes in life you just have to do it, don't you? And kind of go, right, well, I'll deal with the next bit next. I'm not worried too much about the next bit now. Right, so this is going to go under here. I am just going to chop off that very bottom bit. And then I might use a glue dot, I think, just because it's going onto the ribbon. So glue dot on the bottom, and then some Tombow on top. I'm wondering whether just to put one on dimensionals, or should we go flat? We'll go flat, but we might go glue dots again. A little bit of. I want it to be fairly solid because it's got no glass on it. It's needs to be welded kind of sharp, but I don't want these top bits stuck down. I want these top bits kind of looser. And then I think I'm just going to chop the base of that one off and almost have it coming out from underneath. Here like that. How are we looking? What do we reckon? I might go for our bee there. I'm not sure I need this other bee unless he goes right on the. I think it's too busy. I think just the one. And then the gold twine just over there to balance that out. Okay. Enough faffing. Let's get this done. So we'll have a bit of glue on the back here. And then a couple of glue dots. Anyone got any nice plans for the weekend? What are you all up to? I shall be... Oh yeah, I've got the party on the Saturday. Ah, thank you, Shirley. You like it? Wondering whether I could go underneath this. Go underneath this ribbon. I'm faffing now. Can you tell? Not sure. Not sure. Maybe under there, but not under the ribbon. Because it's got a glue dot on the back and I can't make my mind up. Let's go there. But we can't have it too high. Let's go there. Okay, and then this one. Oh, nephew's graduation party. Oh, that sounds like fun. Yeah, you're all going to have a good time. Graduation, is that university? So about 21, is he? You are capable of great things. This is going to come out like this. I'm just going to stick that down and go for it. Now this is, I think it's going to have to go on dimensionals because it's just not going to lie flat. There is too much going on. Oh, karting at the weekend. Yeah. I have Sunday off. Out for a meal tomorrow night. Oh, that's nice. I know. Happy birthday for tomorrow. I keep checking every day. I'm like, is it Anne-Marie's birthday yet? I don't want to miss wishing you a happy birthday. That would be bad. Yeah, you'll have a nice restful day on Saturday, hopefully. On Sunday, rather, when you get back. Lisa needs to get in the garden. Raspberries need tidying up. Oh, tying up. Are they giving you fruit yet, Lisa? I've had fruit off mine this week. I'm chuffed a bit. First time I've ever had raspberries. I bought a couple of canes from our local kind of garden place. Not a garden centre, but garden place. And yeah, they've bore fruit, as they say. So I wonder if yours have given you any fruit yet. Oh, loads. Mine are tiny though, like little tiddly little raspberries. They're super yummy, but I don't know if that's just the variety. Next door's bramble. Oh goodness me, brambles. Yeah, will you wait though and get the blackberries? We tried on our house, but they were growing too high up, and we couldn't really seem to get any, which was a bit of a shame. Right, so I've got some gems, but I don't know where they're going to go because it's a bit busy on here already, isn't it? Oh, BSc Honours in Computer Science, 21. Oh, to be 21 again. Oh, bless him. I remember it like it was yesterday. I'm glad I'm not 21 again, actually. I'd go back to my kind of mid-20s. I would, for sure. I was in the Navy and away travelling. I had a great time. When I liked it, I had a good time. When I hated it, I hated it. But yeah, I'd go back to my mid-20s, but not my early 20s. Right, so I'm just going to have a look. I don't know whether this is going to work. They're quite nice. I don't know where that third one's going to go, though. That doesn't look right, does it? Ah, I haven't left room for... Yeah. That might work. Does that work? Let me know if that works. They're about 8 foot and flopping. Oh my goodness, 8 foot. Oh, is that the brambles? Yeah, brambles are high. I thought you had 8 foot raspberries. I was like, that's some monster raspberry plants. I don't know. Do they get that big, raspberries? They might do. I've nearly used all my little gold ones. How sad. Need some more, but I've got all these other ones to use up. I've got all these other ones to use up, so I can't have more. Come on, Jem, stick back on. Go home. Maybe I'll sort you out later. Right, so this is basically ready to go in our frame. It looks good, does it, Sue? We're good there, are we? Perfect. So hopefully this is going to work, because it would be a shame if it now doesn't. I thought I might have cut the top of this one off. That's a little bit annoying. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, you think in between the two die cuts? I thought it was a bit tight. I might change it though, Shirley. I'll see how I feel later, when the dust has settled and I'm no longer under pressure. Oh, thanks, Lisa. Yeah, it's pretty, isn't it? I mean, it's cut the edge off here, and that actually worked really well, having that lifted up. Just a little something to say that we're thinking of her and wishing her good luck. I might need it's a bit rattly in the back. It might need a little wedge. But that is basically that. Oh, thanks, Shirley. Right, I've got a question then. Do we do another one? That took 45 minutes. That took longer than I thought it was going to take. Seeing as I had it all prepared, look, here's a Blue Peter one that I made earlier. It's not put together in the slightest. But yeah, I'm looking forward to sending that off to her to wish her good luck. Hope she likes it. Should we make something else? I wanted to share with. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I don't know how long it's gonna take. I might not finish it, but we'll go for it. So I'm gonna make a card, a fun fold card. If you're gonna stay around with me. So we need basic white cardstock. Oh, thank you, Lisa. I'm pleased people like it. I was really pleased with how that came out. The gold frame just really sets it off, doesn't it? I mean, you could make that as a card, but it's the gold frame, and they were £2 for £1. Madness, isn't it? Need dinner now? No, you go, Sue. I eat early. I had a chicken, but thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Before I tell everyone what I had for dinner, I had marinated chicken kebab type thing with homemade salsa. I made the chicken as well. Not actually made the chicken, but marinated it and then cooked it, and then with homemade salsa salad in like a pita bread type thing. Yummy. Okay, so we've got 10.5 by 28. I digress. And I need 7.5 by 14.5. I might not decorate. I will probably put paper on this, but I might not. I don't know. I haven't planned it. I don't know where I'm going with this. I just thought it was fun to do. 10.5 by 28 and 7.5 by 14.5. And then I need a contrasting colour. So let's go Petal Pink. Seven by 9.5. So we've got 9.5 by, well, that is 9.5. So let's go by 7. Let's just chop a bit off because I need to tidy these edges up. That's a bit of a monkey edge. Right, so 9.5 by 7. And some more white, 6.5 by 9. 6.5 by 9. And I have no idea what this type of card is called. So I'm going to need my scoreboard. So if you do know what this is called, let me know, because I was trying to search for it, and in the end I did manage to find my instructions that I have made this once before. So we're going to score the largest piece on the long side at 14.5, 17.5, 23.5 and 26.5. And then we're going to score the smaller piece on the long side at 10 and 13. And now I've got to try and remember how it all goes together. So I'm going to bone fold. Fold and burnish these. So that's one. Okay, so we've got this piece here, and I want to create this. It's going to look like this. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to just randomly guess where this bit goes, because you'll end up getting it skewy. The best thing to do is going to be to fold it so that your first score line is flat and your second score line is folded over, and then put some adhesive down here. So I'll probably just use Stampin' Seal Plus, because I've had it out doing a mammoth project today, which I won't share with you yet. I'm not entirely, I don't know, I'm not entirely sure I like it, but it's a great project. I'm just not entirely sure I like the decoration. And then that is our kind of base card. Okay. And then we've got this bit here, which is going to stick on here. We've got that's going to go on there like that. And we've got some design series paper which we need to cut. So we need two pieces. So let's have a little think about what colours we want. I'm going to use different ones. I quite like that one. And I quite like that one too. Pop-up step cards. There you go, Lisa. I knew somebody would know. I will Google that afterwards and see if that sounds. See if what comes up looks like what we've just making. A pop-up step card. Definitely sounds about right. So we've got this piece here. It's not going to be quite. That one there and that one there. And I like this one because it's got some of the Petal Pink in. No worries, Shirley. You look after yourself. Take care, and I'll see you soon. I'll see you next week, I hope. And let me know if you want to take part in that course or if you've got any questions at all. Give me a shout. So I think I'm going to go with this way round. So this one is probably DSP 10 by 7.5. Yeah, 10. So 10 by 7.5. I hope this is right because I've only. Oh no, it's not right. Oh well, never mind. I haven't quite. And then 10 by 6. I haven't got much of this DSP left, so we're just going to go with it. 10. I must have 10 by 5.5. I must have done one of those score lines wrong, I think. 10 by 5.5. So that's going to go on there. That one's going to go on there. And what I'm going to do is just pop a little strip of gold underneath so you would never notice. There's always ways, isn't there? There's ways and means to disguise our mistakes. Right, so we'll pop that on. And I nearly went for a coloured card base, and then I thought actually, coloured would be a bit too overwhelming with this. So let's grab my trowel back and we'll just cut a piece of this gorgeous, gorgeous paper. 10. Yep, that's perfect. That's 10, and we'll just cut it to 1.5. And that's just going to sit right at the bottom here. I'm just going to turn it this way so I can see what I'm doing. It's going to sit right at the bottom. And then this one can layer on top, and it will look like we're meant to do it. So there must be loads of measurements out there for this type of card, I would imagine, all different sizes. I'll pop the measurements, I'll put the right measurements down for this in the description in the next coming days. I love this paper, it's absolutely stunning. So let's stick that one onto there, I think. And then we'll decorate this one and add it to that in a bit. And the idea of these is that they fold flat for posting. So what you want to do is you want to line it up so that goes in the envelope like that, you see. So you can see I've done it a little bit. I've done it a little bit wrong, but there we go. It still works. But you don't want this edge to poke up above the top. So what you need to do is kind of work out where that is and then just glue on this bit. Don't glue on this bit. You're just gluing on this bit, otherwise it won't pop back up again. So just pop some glue, and we'll use, I'm going to be brave and use Seal Plus. I haven't made one of these for years. This was during lockdown we did this in a class, and I just had an idea and thought it would go well. So I'm going to try and line that up as squarely as possible. Stick that down. And then we lift this up and we'll put some glue just under that bit as well. Stick that bit down. And then when you pull this out of the envelope, it pops up like that. And it should stand up as well. They're quite good at standing up. And then that one's just going to sit on the top once we decorate it. So we'll pull in a little bit more of this gold, I think, and one of the stylish shaped dies. This circle might be a bit big, yep. So my other one was quite elaborate. I think this kind of style suits a little bit plainer. So I'm going to try and just stamp a greeting under here and then just have some quite simple decoration going on up the top here. So let's have a look, see what sentiments we've got. Such happy news, so glad we're family, miss you, stay wonderful, you're the nicest and best of luck. I do love the font on these. So how about stay wonderful? Does that fit? Yeah, we could go off to one side and then have the stems kind of coming up like this, couldn't we? I might just use some of these ones I've got here, look. Is that cheating? think it's called being economical. Is that too much?